This is one of my favourite putting drills that I do a lot myself and I prescribe to lots and lots of students. The reason I like it so much is it has a lot of positive effects for something you don't have to put a lot of time into. It's convenient to do, easy to do, you can do it at home, you can do it on the practice putting green. So as well as promoting a good setup, what this drill really does is helps you promote the use of bigger muscles, and it's not designed to take the smaller muscles completely out of the stroke, but we want to get them a bit more passive, because a lot of golf, the reason why this drill is so useful is a lot of golfers do the opposite. Their smaller muscles are doing too much and their bigger muscles are not doing enough. So here's the drill. What I want you to do is take a putter, take your putting grip, hold the putter out, arms straight. Then I want you to just kind of turn your elbows to the ground and then bend your arms and bring your elbows into your body. This connection that we've got now is something I really want you to feel throughout this drill. That connection with the torso, the upper body to the upper arms. The elbows would sit for most people just starting to ground the side of the ribs, the kind of front side if you like, not right out in front and not way around the side. So about here. So when you've got that position, I want you to really feel the connection, as I said, but stick your chest out, chin out a little bit. And then when you've got that connection, I want you to then stabilize the lower body as much as you can and make putting strokes in this position. People tend to make good putting strokes in this position, whilst also, as I said earlier, you're promoting a good setup, an athletic setup. When you see a lot of golfers putt, as in you see data and stuff like that, you see all sorts of things. You see loops in the stroke, you see extreme out to in paths, into out paths, extreme closing of the face, opening of the face. You see rapid acceleration of the putter head through the ball. You might see deceleration now and again, not that often, but you do see it. You also see a lot of just manipulation and steer of the putter. So this drill kind of combats all of that. People make pretty good putting strokes in this position, all right? So that is step one of the drill. We've got a good setup, we've got athleticism, and we're powering the stroke with the torso and the upper arm connection, and we're not manipulating the putter face. I don't want you to lock your hands and wrists to do this though, okay? The hands and wrists will be moving a little bit, it's okay. I want them quite relaxed, but they're more passive. That's the word I like to use. So, step one we just did. Step two, we keep the chest out, tilt forward from the hips. That's really important. Tilt forward from the hips. A lot of golfers do not have enough forward bend when they putt. Some have too much, but far more have not enough. And then what they tend to do is they really round the top of their back. So this is going to help you with your setup as well, as I said. So we get into position. The main thing I want you to feel here again is that connection, and I want you to have some space in here, reasonable amount of space in here. Now I'll make 3 or 4 putting strokes. But this time, I'll pause the finish. I'll pause the finish because it's a good little routine to do when you're putting, but not only that, it's allowing my brain time to take in the feels. Because what I'm doing is I'm tapping into the feel in step one when I was up here. So we've still got the stable lower body. Pause the finish. Pause the finish. So do that 3 or 4 times. I'll then have a golf ball handy. I very rarely use a target when I do this because it's just a feel drill. I address the ball. Again, I'm going to tap into what it felt like in step 1 and step 2. And I make a stroke. And that's the drill. So this is the drill in real time. So you don't need to invest a lot of time to do this, as I said. This is it in real time as I would do it. And I might do it 2 or 3 times, 3 or 4 times, whatever. In a day, I might do it once and do it again later that day. I wouldn't do this drill for 20 minutes. I mean you could, but it's something I just do casually. So this is it, in real time, starting now. Get in a setup position, stabilise lower body, 3 or 4, 5 or 6, whatever you want to do, back and forth. Tapping into the powering of the putter with the bigger muscles. Step 2. Step 3. Two good little add-ons to this drill. You can do the drill as I just did it there, or to add an extra bit of stability with the lower body that I mentioned, you could take an alignment stick, put it through a couple of belt loops. That'll really help you get that stable lower body. What you'll see when a lot of people putt, that stick moves about a lot. Too many moving parts. So we could make a couple of strokes trying to keep the stick still. That is a good standalone drill that's easy to do anytime as well. Really try to feel that stick staying still. Then another way you can do this, and you can do this with or without the stick, is you can incorporate this drill into other putting practice. Here I've got a putting mirror, something I would use a lot in my practice. So I'd get my setup position, then I'd lift up and I'd take a couple of strokes with my torso. Might even do a couple that are like halfway down. And again, find my setup position on the mirror. Roll a putt. So this drill can also be done on its own or incorporated into other types of practice, and it can also be done with or without an alignment stick to help you stabilise the lower body. One warning I will give you with this drill though is don't take it on the golf course. I tried that a couple of times when I was getting started with this drill a few years ago, where I'd go on the golf course. I'm not talking about playing competitive golf, just maybe be out on my own, doing 9 holes, and I would say, right, I'm gonna really dial this in today, and I'd be on the green about to take my putt, and I'd be taking practice strokes like this, and it's too mechanical. When I'm on the golf course, even if I'm just playing on my own, I want to just be quite feel-based, not mechanical. So keep this away from the golf course. Work on it. It's not even the sort of thing that transforms your putting in a week or anything like that. Not that I think really anything does. It's about long-term working on this feel of promoting these bigger muscles, a better setup, a more athletic setup, and not overusing the smaller muscles. So give this drill a try, do it over time. It's easy. You could spend a couple of minutes on this a day, every 2 days, every 3 days, once a week, wherever you've got the time to do whatever you want to do, but give it a try. I'm very confident it'll help you over time. Thank you so much for watching. If you've got any questions, any comments, please let me know. And please, if you enjoy the video, give it a like and please subscribe to the channel. Thanks very much.